Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing another quantitative reasoning mini mock. Okay, so I've done a couple of these and hopefully they've been useful so far. And especially, I guess the reason why I keep doing QR is because I think this is definitely one of the areas which students can find to be really, really easy to improve. Okay, because I really genuinely do believe that pretty much anyone can get a 900 in QR. And I know I've said this before in many videos, but there are multiple, there is many kind of reasons for why I have said this before. So if you guys haven't already, please do check out the QR playlist on my channel. I've uploaded loads of like different videos on there in terms of different areas to cover, as well as kind of the top kind of tips, tricks, techniques, little shortcuts you can use, as well as calculator shortcuts, and it's all within that kind of QR playlist on my channel. So yeah, let's pretty much get into it then without any further ado. So what I'm going to do is, as always, my iPad screen will be recording, so you should be able to see my screen live, essentially, which should be helpful. And you can kind of see how much stuff I write down, how little stuff I write down, depending on how I'm feeling, essentially. Okay, so if I just start the mock exam now, and then just start screen recording on my iPad, and we can go from there. Okay, great. So, people of 230 for the same cover. VAT on the bill was £7.20. So VAT is 20% of the order. So 7.2 divided by 0.2 is 36. So she bought hardcover with 118, small hardcover with 118. This one, okay. 3 large soft cover with 148. 3 large, okay, 25. So 75. 75. 75 times 1.2 is 90. Probably could have done that in my head, to be fair. How much more would it cost to buy? Okay, let's skip this one. What is the ratio of the number of history applicants to the number of medicine, of maths and engineering? So 1328 plus 2672 is 4,000. So 60 to 400, 0.15. Okay, just making sure I got that right. The mean offer rate of all courses is 15.68%. Okay, what is the offer rate? So 15.68 times by 5, subtract 10.3, subtract 31.1, subtract 8.9, subtract 15.4, which is 12.7%. An introductory lecture attended by 80% of the economics course. How many students attend this lecture? Who accepted their offer? So times this by 0.8, 124. Okay, the number of applicants for economics is 30% less. So 30% less, so then divide this by 0.7. Then the number of applicants in medicinal science, so 1379. 1379 divided by 0.7, so 1970. And please will keep a one-off fidelity bonus. Okay, and let's skip this one. The number of podcast plays of C increases by 15% for episode 1 to 10. What's the increase from 3 to 10? So 10, 620 times 1.15. So that's 12,213. And then percentage, so it's going to be 10,856 divided. So it's going to be 12,213 divided by 10,856 minus 1, so a little bit of a shortcut. When podcast F is included, the mean number of podcasts 2777 times that by 5, times that by 6, and then subtract 31652. 31652, I put that in wrong, so minus 31652 minus 37672 minus 10620 minus 36183 minus 22315, so 16220. Yep. For podcast A, episode 3, the ratio of how many more plays were by new listeners compared to existing. So it's a difference of 5. Podcast A, episode 3, 36189 divided by 9. Like I said, the difference is 5, so 20,105. So students studying graphic design achieved an A or an A star, so that's 22 over 88. In art histories include the mean of students per subject 59 times by 6, subtract 169, subtract 121, subtract 40 is going to be 24. What was the grade of the median result for students studying fine art? Okay, so the median result is going to be the 41st result, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be grade A, so that's going to be the one in the middle, if that makes sense. That's 50 and 38. Yeah, I think it's going to be grade A. The following number was total floor area when 12 times 8, it is joined to, so it's going to be 27 times 18. So does it say anything else? Joint to increase capacity. Okay, fine. So we hired a marquee with 40. The bat and a bill was 811. What was the capacity of the marquee she hired? Divide this by 0.2. Flooring and lighting. So bat and a bill was 4055. The 12 times 24. What is the capacity of the marquee? So this is the one she hired. So 260. Hires. What was the total hire? So 12 times 30. 4925. Plus 12 times 12, which is plus 2305, then times this by 1.2. I don't know why that took me so long. 8676. A village fair covers 1,000 people without flooring or lighting. How much will it cost to cover 4 of these? So 4055 times 4, 4055 times 4. Stick that in the memory. Oh, got the wrong button. Compared to hiring 2 12 times 36s and then 1 12 times 18. So 5,200 times that by 2 plus the 3175 and then subtract MRC. And then I think I have to times this by 1.2. Okay, I probably should have skipped this one. If the Malaspina Sea Glacier decreases size by 5%, what will the remaining area be? 365 times 0.95, 3194. Okay, what's the average area of the glaciers in Alaska? 3366 plus 3025 plus 2834. Those are the only Alaskan ones, right? 3074 kilometers squared. Total area of what percentage of the largest 10 glaciers cover? Okay, 7018 plus 5261 plus 4766 plus 3980 plus 3499 plus 3363 plus 3176 plus 3025 plus 2834 plus 2771. Better write this number down and hope it's not wrong. 39693. Divide this by 786,800. Oh, I can guess what it's going to be. It's going to be 5%. Cell Glacier decreased in size by 2% every year. So 7018. So times that by 0.98. And again, what? So 7018 times 0.98. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, 6343. Then when retail sales were to decrease by 5% from year 8 to year 12, how many more were there? So 2020 times 0.95, subtract 2722, so 803. Percent increase in number of shoes sold from year 1 to year 7, so 340 divided by 301, subtract 1. 13%. If 925 million sold in total during years 9 and 10, what's the mean annual number? Okay, so 301 plus 260 plus 403 plus 414 plus 448 plus 381 plus 340 plus 420 plus 25. Divide that by, made a mistake. Years 5 to 10, so got to be careful. 1 plus 340 plus 420 plus 925. And years 5 to 10, that's going to be divide that by 6 years, not 5. 119. The ratio of shoe sales from retail stores compared to online was 2 to 7. Shoe sales from in year 8 was the difference in number of stores sold in retail stores. So therefore it's going to be 4 and 4 divided by 9, times that by 2, which is 92. And then year 8 is 420 divided by 12. That's 35. So 92 minus 35 will be 57. Okay. What is the perimeter of the property? So x, y. So it's going to be 274 plus. Okay. So is this an ice? These, that's a square. Okay. So this is going to be 137 times 137, and then times this number by 2, and then square root this, because that's just Pythagoras, 193.7. I'm just going to clear the calculator just while I'm at it. Okay, so 193.7 plus 137 plus 137 plus 137 for those three areas there, plus 205.5 plus 205.5 plus 137. 1152.75 to the nearest centimetre, so yeah, okay, that's cool. In region X, how many million tons of seafood was, how many fewer health applicants not paying for subscription users in West Haven than in East Vale? So 781,250 times 0.64 that use, and those that pay, so we're looking for those that do not pay. There's 2260 here, and then here it's 1164800 times 0.7 times 5, so 203.840. So it's going to be 203.840 divided by 260,000, subtract by 1, 21.6%. How many employees in entry-level positions? If half of those whose job level satisfaction is above 60%. Okay, fine. So a little bit more I did there than what I normally do. I think this question set was not necessarily too difficult. Let's have a look. How much more would it cost to buy 5? Let me just rub out my board. How much more would it cost to buy 5 large hardcover photo books with 148? 5 of these compared to 5 large hardcover books with 118. So the difference is £8 per, so then that's £40. But then with the VAT as well, it becomes £48. Okay, well, wasn't too bad. Bought a small. Is there anything about additional pages in any of these questions? Actually, I just want to check. Additional pages. No. Okay. So bought a small soft cover photo book with 118, 11, and then 0.37 per page plus 0.37. Half of that is going to be 1.85. So 12.85. Just write that down. 2 large soft cover with 118, so that's 46 plus 12.85 is 50.85 in total, but then the VAT as well, times this by 1.2 is 70.62, so it's going to be the 12.85 times 1.2 divided by 70.62, 21.8%. Let's go to reviewing completes. Please have worked with the company for at least 5 years of one-off. What is total fidelity bonus that the company will pay? So, for at least 5 years, we'll receive, that's 5%. So that's 5% is 4 plus 4.5 plus 3.9. So I think it's going to be 12,400. Yeah. Yeah, okay. If I pay full salary and annual bonus, what's the approximate ratio to marketing employees? So 85 plus 97.5 divided by 2, 91.25. Oh, okay, actually just in total though, so it's 182.5 to HR employees, and then that's going to be 86,500. So 182.5 divided by 86. 2.1. I think this one is the one that makes the most sense. What's 56 divided by 25? That's going to be smaller, I think. Yeah, 29 divided by. Yeah, none of the others really make that much sense. You see any plan to cut the overtime hours? Reduction overtime for the 2 employees. So C 15% is 11 times 0. So 11 times 0.85. Oh, so what's the combined reduction time? So 11 times 0.15. 11 times 0.15 is 1.65. And then for E, it's 24%, so then plus 1, so it's going to be 2.65. Reward, it's staff with a performance with £100 per year. What's total performance from the sales department? So it's £100 per year of service, that's 1100. And 50 per overtime hour, so what's 15 times 50? 1100, 1850 pound per year of service. Okay. The most popular 1% of all podcasts on Plot have more than 42,000 plays. How many plays are needed over the next? So are needed over 42,000 average per episode. So 42,000 times that by 25, and then so you've got to subtract 37672, subtract 32135, subtract 30138, and if you divide this number by 40, divided by 100, divided by 24, I should be able to get this. 42,000 times that by 25, then subtract 37672, subtract 32135, subtract 30138, and divide this number by, so 3 is already divided by 22. Okay, I'm gonna flag and I'll come back to this one. Okay. Following number of students increased by, studying photography, increased by 96. So A or A2, and the ratio that students A and A the following year to A or A to B, C or D. Does that even make sense? How many achieved A or A start the following year? What? So increased by 76 divided by 12 times it by 7, no, times by 5. A or A to B, and then C to D. So, once again, let's have, okay. How much more will it cost to hire 4 12 times 24 marquees? So 4055 times that by 4. Subtract 2 12 times 36, 5,200. Subtract 5,200. Subtract 12 times 18 is 3175. And then times this. A village fair requires cover for 1,000 people. Is it like a... Okay, maybe I have to do it separately. 4 times, so 4055 times 5 times 1.2 is 19,464. Okay, 2 times 12 times 36 is 5,200 plus 3175 times that by 1.2 is 16,290. I keep getting the same numbers. This is really weird. Oh, without flooring or lighting, that's why. Okay, I need to read it carefully. So it's just going to be 2895 times 4, 11,580, and then yeah, so you've got 3640 plus 40 plus 2275 is 9555. So 11,580 minus 9,5555, and times this by 1.2. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. How many employees are in NGO if half of those whose job satisfaction is above 60%? Above 60% is going to be 738 plus 54 divided by 2. That's 846. And then 2/5 of those whose is 20% or below. So 525 times 0.2 is 105 plus 846. Oh, and 2/5, sorry. So then add another, what was it, 105. Yeah, so 1056. Okay. So just those 2 questions to be doing then. In Region X, how many million tons of seafood was sourced from aquaculture production in inland waters in year 15? In year 15, 28% more sea tons. Aquaculture production, so 75. Of seafood sourced in marine waters, in inland waters is 240. Production in any waters, okay, so therefore it's going to be 5 plus 75 times that by 240% greater, so times that by 3.4, so 408, Now we said 1.28 times 75 is 96. Is that an answer? Oh, no, that's going to be wrong. Wait, the total tonnage of seafood source and agricultural production in marine. Oh, 240% greater than in year one. Okay, that makes sense. So it's 27 plus 29 times that by 4 is 190.4, and then this is just going to be 75 times 1.28, which is 96. Minus 96 is okay. Okay. In region X, how many million ton production in inland waters in year 15? So 20 more seafood was sourced from agricultural production in marine waters. Oh, so 45 times 1.28 is 57.6. So 190.4 minus 57.6 is that an answer option? Yes. Okay. So last one. The number of students studying photography increased by 26. Okay, so students studying photography has to therefore be 96. Which of students achieve an A or A to B, C or D, A or A to B, C to A or A to B, A or A. Oh, to B to C. Okay, finally I got it. It wasn't actually that bad. So 96 divided by 12 times by 5. I mean, I did this originally, but I just couldn't read it. This is where the 2 is. Okay, that's fine. So let's review these. Let's review some of the flagged ones. I was just making sure I don't really mess up here. That's what it was. 3 soft cover, large soft cover, 75 times 1.2. Okay, this is that other one. Yeah, this is the one we have to do. So have more than 42,000 on average per episode. Podcast B, how many plays are required? It's 25 episodes. Okay, so then you need 42,000 times 150. And right now it has to subtract 4050000 and divide this by 25. 50,400. That's more like it. Okay, so let's have a look at how this went. Ooh, just the one question, almost there. Surely not. What percentage of students studying graphic design achieved an A star? Oh, all product design. Oh, why did I spam through that question so fast? That's annoying. Yeah, okay, fine. That's annoying. I should have got that one. This wasn't actually that bad of a mini mock, I think. I think this is one of the nicer ones. But I hope this video made sense. Tried to explain my working a little bit more, but you can see on average, like the time that I'm taking on some of these questions is definitely attainable, and is what you guys should be aiming for. And yeah, so here, because the questions were a lot nicer, there was less that I really skipped, right? So normally, I skip about 18 of them, but that wasn't really the case here. I probably did closer to like 23, 4 maybe. But I hope this makes sense. Very, very silly mistake. Should have made that. But nonetheless, like I said, not too bad. I think this was quite a nicer paper though, however. Okay, so I hope you guys find this video helpful. Please do let me know what you'd like to see next, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you as always.